Yeah, I really do agree with his sentiment of kindness, humility. If you go to Walgreens and your bill is $1,600 for a medication that you absolutely need and can't afford to pay, well, you have a serious problem on your hands. Unfortunately, a lot of the products that come out of pharmacies aren't manufactured in the United States of America. They're manufactured in India. And I know maybe you don't like tariffs, but if from a business perspective, if you can negotiate prices down if they're manufacturing in the United States versus importing for overseas, that's a good move on behalf of the administration or on behalf of businesses. Again, we're spending $4 trillion plus a year on Medicare, Medicaid, and we only take in $5 trillion a year in taxes. Explain to me, ladies and gentlemen, how this is going to keep working. We're $38 trillion in debt. I know I keep repeating myself. But again, from a place of kindness, we've been 20 years at war since 9/11, 2001, 24 years at war. We have a major fiscal crisis on our hand. We need austerity. We have to stop the spending.
Yeah, I just have to respond to that. We don't need austerity. We live in a country that is, again, we are the most powerful, wealthiest nation in the history of the world. Working class, low-income people deserve better than austerity, to have their health care and programs cut from underneath them. That is an insane suggestion, first of all. Second of all, health care, I believe, should be a human right. That is something I stand strong about. Now, we need people to invest in research and development. We need to incentivize new drugs, new therapies, new ways of doing that, and making sure that people can do that and have the money that's required. That involves a partnership between the federal government that can work on that level of scale and those innovators, those researchers, those business people. But as far as guaranteeing healthcare as a human right, to me, that's a non-starter. That's something we have to move to. It would be different if we were all living and everyone was poor in America. That's not the case. We're about to see the world's first trillionaire right here in America, and we can't guarantee healthcare. That's shameful.
I agree fully with Mr. Nolley. We need to make sure in this country, the number one country in the world, that I firmly believe, healthcare should be a right, not a privilege. We need to remind leaders that forget that sentiment, but we need to remind this executive branch that as well. That healthcare should not be a concern whether someone's going to pay to keep food on their table or pay for insulin medication. As representatives, we need to continue to